let's just kind of go into coaching, like the professional, not just the team, like the sports coaching, not that kind of coaching, but professional coaching, that body of work. So what is professional coaching, and what happens when somebody's experiencing coaching?
Hmm. Wow, those are a couple of big questions. So, in professional coaching, it's a space where you have shifted your focus from
Mm-hmm.
both of you. So the opposite of professional coaching is mentoring, which we'll talk about as well. But in a
Mm-hmm.
professional coaching space, instead of looking at the problem with your coachee, you're looking at your coachee. And
Mm.
it's really a shift in perspective where your focus becomes that coachee, and your goal is to help them get to wherever they're going. It's
Mm-hmm.
holding that coachee as a full, wholly responsible person that knows all of the answers, and truly believing that about the person and helping
Mm-hmm.
them get there. And only when I'm playing in the agile world do I always call it professional coaching and differentiate, but that's just so you can tell the difference between agile coaching, which is all of it, and professional coaching, which is one of the tools you use within agile coaching. But when I'm
Right.
playing in the professional coaching space, it's really about helping people take what they already know and find their own answers. That usually is getting them to a bigger place. There's a great visual we have of it, of being little on one side of the wall and something they want on the other side of the wall, and really having the conversations and the discussions that help them get bigger. So not so they can necessarily move over it, so they can see over the wall, because they already know how to get over to the other side. They just have to be able to see it. So helping people live bigger
I
and
like
know
that.
more.
Yeah, I picked up a few powerful things that you shared. So first of all, coaching is very different than mentoring. So it's you holding the space with the coachee, and you're looking at the coachee, not the problem, right?
Right, right.
And you said it's a crazy idea for people who are not familiar with the professional coaching work. And it took me a while to understand this. So you're saying that you're gonna show up in this conversation assuming that I am whole, I am creative, and I have capacity to come up with all the answer.
Yeah, you have the answers.
Yes. So that is, for somebody who's learning this concept for the first time, they might struggle with it because I struggle with it. So you're saying that you're just going to completely like trust them and then just think that
Yeah.
they have the answer. And so like the whole thing changes after that, right? Once you lay that
You're
as a
gonna you're
foundation.
not just gonna think that they have the answer. You're gonna know that they have the answer.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Um,
I like that you talk about how difficult it is for people, because it is. We
mm-hmm,
have been conditioned and rewarded and paid for being the expert and having the answer and saying the right thing that
mm-hmm,
helps people get over that wall. Like,
mm-hmm,
that has been what we've been conditioned in life for.
mm-hmm,
And we might have a path to it. Being someone who coaches, like a lot of agile coaches, agile facilitators, there are a
mm-hmm,
lot of common problems. So, do I
mm-hmm.
have answers for them? Absolutely.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean I have the answer that's best for them.
right,
And that's
right.
the difference here. So I could
Mm-hmm,
mentor, like, one of the things about the framework, as we'll talk about dancing around it, is that you can use almost anything. But a benefit of coaching is people get to find the answer that fits them most.
mm-hmm.
Because for the
100%.
most part, I've learned that people don't really do what you tell them to do.
No.
They do what they want to do. So coaching, professional coaching gives you a way of helping them find what they want to do,
Mm-hmm.
which, if you just tell them an idea on how to get there, there's likely not going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jolene, we've actually demoed some of the coaching conversation in front of the class, and we always have a blast. But one thing that comes to mind that I want to add is like when you're mentoring, let's say you have a lot of really good experience leading people, and you work in Target and in healthcare. So one of the things, if yes, for example, if you're coaching coming in, you're the Agile expert, you're coming and coaching me, and I work on a startup. You might have some great idea, but like you're saying that because I'm in this new environment and I am whole and creative, that even some of the answers that you give me, if you just give me the answer, I might not be ready for that,
Right.
or for whatever reason I'm not applying. So you're just helping me explore what are the right answer, what are the next steps, where am I being stuck. So
Yeah.
those are the things that you're exploring.
Yeah, yeah, and this almost goes back to the agility is,
Mm-hmm,
you know, if we blindly go apply agile practices, and that was our goal. If the
mm-hmm,
success is applying agile practices, sure, we have the answers for them because we are the experts in agile practices. And
mm-hmm,
so we're going to have the great answers about doing that. But
mm-hmm.
that's really not the goal. The goal
Right.
is being better at delivery. The goal
Yeah.
is meeting a business goal. The goal is figuring out the business goal. Like there's all sorts of other reasons that we're really after, and they're the experts at that more than us. So
Yeah.
helping people get there is going to be so much more powerful for them
Yeah.
than giving them
So
the answer.
yeah, so I Julian, this is a great topic. I think we should go deeper, and we should like show our audience what does that look like. So
Yeah.
I mean, you know about what I do, and with the training stuff and the business. So we're gonna take a stance that I'm struggling with something. So are you ready to coach me?
Yeah, give me a time box because it'll.
Let's just say we go for 3 to 4 minutes.
Oh, so pretty quick. Okay.
Yeah, maybe 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay. So we'll just do a little bit of coaching.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me what's going on.
Yeah, Jolene, I'm doing good. The pandemic's been crazy. Um, Business is doing good. I've been staying fairly productive. However, there's just that feeling that there's so much more I can do, and there's more impact that I can make. So I'm kind of feeling, I'm just kind of having a little bit problem with a little bit of balance, what's the right thing to do, and then like um, also around like it's not enough.
Mm. So you said a bunch of things right there. What's important about it to you? Yeah.
Yeah. So the most important thing is about feeling like there is there is more I can do, even though I think I've done good amount of work. So how do I'm
So
just kind
I'm
of
hearing
struggling
you.
with,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
hearing you doubt yourself a lot.
yeah,
What do you think that's about?
doubting. Huh. That's yeah, that's true. What is that about? I am I'm aware that I'm doing that. Um, I don't know if it's about performance. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck there, Jolene.
Yeah. Well, you went back into your head. I saw that happen. As you were thinking about it a little bit, and then you remembered we're on
Yes,
a podcast, and you went back in your head.
yes, yes, Jolene. So, and that's another thing, which is I'm an overthinker, or I shouldn't label myself like that, but there's time I go there. So,
So you talked about not having enough impact, or there's a lot of messages of not getting to where you want to go.
mhm.
Where do you want to go?
Where do I want to go? I one of the things that I'm trying to focus on right now is just like the online, the content piece, the online courses, and the the podcast is a new thing that I started. So kind of I'm
But that's
having.
do's.
Yeah.
What is the impact? What is the, that's just your checklist.
Yes.
What's
Yes.
important about any of that, though?
That's great. So, what's important? The impact is, I've got certain amount of talent, and we've got limited amount of time. So I want to make an impact in the world.
And what would it look like if you made an impact?
Yes. What will it look like? People. So, what would it look like?
That might be a big question. Is that a place to leave it for some homework?
I think so. Yeah, we're going pretty deep there. So that might be a we will have a follow-up conversation on that. So that was beautiful, Jolene. Thank you for taking me there, and I'll have a follow-up question around there. But that was a beautiful coaching conversation demo, I think. So you all got to see where Jolene didn't go into solution, and although she has some great ideas, she could have easily mentored me, and she also was really good at I was like kind of producing, kind of telling her a few different things, but she was really good at like getting me to like look at me and like what's important to me. That was beautiful. So then you got me from 3-4 things to like what's important to me, and then we talked about just the impact and creating success, and then she actually brought that to me. It's like, what does that look like to me? Which is it opens the whole another possibility, and has nothing to do with like the courses or like the podcasts. So that was beautiful. So
Yeah, one of the things I've noticed lately is how many parallels in when we look at all this agility that we try to bring to our teams and to our
mhm,
products, like how much
mhm,
that could apply to some of the ways that we think and our own mindsets and our own sessions and
mhm.
like, I can't remember what you said that triggered me thinking this way, but oh, the checklist, like we can get really wrapped around the axle around. And if I was in mentor mode or friend mode, I might have talked about this, but it
Yeah,
wasn't what served you at the moment. But that
right.
we can all get wrapped around the axle around that checklist of things to do. But that's not really the
Mhm,
important part. And that this kind of demonstrates the power of coaching is I had to
mhm.
self-manage some of my thought of like, oh, he's getting wrapped around the axle about this list of things to do. That's just like what
Yes,
we do on a team when we have a list of requirements to meet. Like
right.
I've been noticing that, but letting that go, as
Yeah.
my self-management and really going where you need to go and what's important is
Mhm.
much more in service of the
Yeah.
coachee
Yeah.
than
Definitely.
that
So
theory.
I wanna highlight a few things that you did. You did you had a great coaching presence. So you were there listening. I could feel that. You're very hardwired, level 2 and level 3 of listening, so intentful listening. And you had a lot of self-management. So like, you know me, and we're in a similar line of business. You have a lot of expertise, so
Yeah,
you did a lot of like holding back in terms of giving me the answer. So
I did.
um so
Yeah,
those are the core.
another urge that I thought that I think many will have if they listen to that was to try to make you feel better. Oh
Yeah.
no, you're doing great. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
you've accomplished and impacted so much, which is true for you.
Yeah.
And there are times as a coach that might be what needs to be acknowledged. But in
Mm-hmm.
that moment, that's what wasn't what again what would serve you. But like that
Mm-hmm.
is a hard thing for people to self-manage too, is not
Right.
trying to, let the
Yeah.
person have the space to feel what they're feeling, not what you're feeling about them.
Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. We'll be sure to come back with more exciting videos on Agile topics.